Hey guys, welcome back to the Mentor Game. Hope everyone's well. And you're probably wondering, where am I? Well, I'm actually in my childhood bedroom where I grew up, and I'm back in Dubai because, as mentioned in my previous video, I completed my internship in England, and I'm currently here for a 3 months summer break, and I go back in September to Belfast, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah. And I just want to get kick started with today's video before I ramble on about my life. But I just watched the Michael Jackson movie, and that movie was next level. The music was next level. The acting, oh my lord, I don't even have words for that. The acting was also amazing. And essentially, my mom and I went to a cinema, and the cinema was called a Dolby Cinema. I think Dolby is a speaker type of speakers. I'm not too sure actually. I need to research that. But the speakers in the cinema were so good, and we could hear Michael Jackson's music in the best way possible. Literally, it's one of the best speakers I've ever heard in my life. And the speakers were so crisp, loud. They had a good bass, tempo, tone, everything. It just captured the essence of Michael Jackson's voice. And it was an experience because yeah, I didn't really know much about Michael Jackson before watching the movie. I listened to his music. I know he had the condition where his skin was of different shades. I'm not too sure, is it vertigo? I'm not too sure if that's the right term, but he had that condition. And also, yeah, and I knew he released one of the best albums even, and he had great music. I knew that, but I didn't know his upbringing. I didn't know who he actually was. And when I watched the movie, I learned about that. And I learned about who he was, how he went into music, and how he became a sort of superstar. Now, I'm not going to summarize the movie because you need to watch it. I think it's still in cinemas, I'm not too sure. You can watch it on Apple TV and pay a few bucks, but it's definitely worth watching. And there's a few things I've learned whilst watching the Michael Jackson movie. So whilst watching the Michael Jackson movie, I was sort of contemplating, while watching it actually, I was contemplating what success actually is. I was looking at Michael Jackson, I was like, oh my lord, he has the money, he has the fame, he's has such a great career. And success is sort of I sort of thought that success is correlated to fame and money, and that Michael Jackson correlated success to those variables, that being money and fame. But whilst watching that movie, that idea was contradicted. What I learned from Michael Jackson was that his success wasn't money and fame. His success was spreading positivity, compassion, passion for music, love, and essentially touching on all the core aspects of life. That was a success for Michael Jackson. He wanted to spread good. He was a good person with a kind heart, and that's what success was for him. And subsequently, that resulted in abundance with fame and money. His main goal, I feel, was never money and fame. It was just positivity. It was just being good. It was just spreading good. At least that's what it shows in the movie. And it got me thinking. I often correlate success to only having money and fame. And this movie contradicted that. It said, or at least alluded to the fact that success can be correlated to the basics of life, the basics of social interaction. And that includes, as I mentioned before, kindness, compassion, passion, love, acceptance, and positivity. Because often I beat myself up when I don't have a very prosperous career, for example, if I don't have one, or if I don't have money, if I don't have fame, if I don't have this and that, I'm not considered successful. But what I'm realizing is that, first of all, success is different for everybody. Second of all, success can be broken down into its simplest of simplest forms. Success can be just looked at as being kind, being a good person. That could also be defined as success for somebody. There's basic forms of life. Being kind, being loving, having positivity. That can be success for people, which is very similar to Michael Jackson. For example, in your life, you could focus, success for you could be being kind to the people around you, being compassionate to people in need, volunteering maybe, or helping the world in your specific career. That's what success could be for you. As subsequently that results in an increase in money, an increase in income, an increase in recognition. And I feel like money and fame are often the result of having the desire to do good in the world. When you do good, you get good, I feel. You do good for the world, you get something good in return. You get either love, you get compassion, you get good people around you, and so on. So, I think that's the main purpose of today's video. It's to reiterate the fact that success for some people could be money and fame. But it's not the do all and end all. Money and fame is not the only version of success. Success can be broken down into its purest forms, into the purest foundational aspects of life. That being kindness, compassion, and positivity, and just spreading love. That can be success as well. So the main message is you can define your own version of success. And often social media will emphasize that you need cars, you need money, you need relationships, you need to go to this place to be successful, you need to be da 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 da. Well, no, you define your own version of success. If success is having a family, it's having a family. If success is being positive, it's being positive, it's being good. It's amazing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because that's one of the best versions of success you could have, which is being positive and being a good person. So that's my main message, because often I think about this, oh, am I going to be successful in life? Oh, am I going to be this and that? Well, let's touch upon the foundations of life first. And let's just try to be a good person. I think that's an amazing milestone to reach, or a consistent milestone to practice in your daily life. So, yeah, that's the main message I wanted to elaborate on today. And I really recommend everyone watches that movie because it's absolutely next level. This, like, literally, no, I don't know. That movie was amazing. Like, the music was good, it was well paced. The biography was, at least from my perspective, good. I'm not too sure from others, but for me, it was good, and I really recommend you watch it. You learn a lot of lessons from it about who Michael Jackson was and also how you can shape your life and the perspective you have on success. So, anyways, guys, have a great day, and I hope to speak to you guys later on and see you later. Bye bye.